Hello. So today we are looking at trigonometry, and our question says find the exact value of sine 30 and cos 45. So sine 30 times cos 45. So in this case you don't use a calculator, you try to make use of these triangles. Let's start with the equilateral triangle, and that equilateral triangle will give us what to base on. So this equilateral triangle, you always know it is having 60 degrees inside it. And since all the sides are equal, we can give them any length. But it's better we give them a length of 2 units for each side. And when you divide this triangle, to divide this 60 into 2 equal parts, giving us a triangle which looks like this. This has been divided to 30, this one remains 1, and this 2 has been divided into 2 equal parts, so this one remains 2, this one has been divided into 2 equal parts and it becomes 1. So, and this one is a right angled triangle now. So we have the hypotenuse and the opposite. We can find this adjacent using Pythagoras theorem, which is 2 squared is equal to 1 squared plus, let's call it x squared. So our x will be the square root of 3. So this one is square root of 3. And now we can use it to find sine 30. So sine 30 degrees will be sine 30. We all know that sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite is 1 over hypotenuse, which is 2. So our sine 30 is a half. Then we go to the 45. Now for 45, we are going to use a right angled triangle with its legs being 1 unit. So it is a right angled triangle, but these legs, this one is 1 and this one should be 1, using some Pythagoras, 1 squared to find this part. So it is x squared is equal to 1 squared plus 1 squared. So x will be the square root of 2. So this one is the square root of 2. And since these two sides are equal, this one becomes 45. This one is 90 degrees, and also that one will be 45 degrees. So for cos 45 degrees, cos it is adjacent over hypotenuse. So our adjacent is 1 over the hypotenuse, which is the square root of 2. And this one is the value of our cos, which can also be simplified by rationalizing the denominator to give you the square root of 2 over 2. That is, I've just multiplied the denominator by the square root of 2 and the numerator by the square root of 2. It will give us that. So that is the value of cos 45. So we can use those two to answer our question. Our question was sine 30 degrees cos 45 degrees. So sine 30 degrees is a half times cos 45 is the square root of 2 over 2. So our final answer will be square root of 2, denominators multiply to get 4. So this one is the answer. Let's look at another example. Find the exact value of, let's say, sine squared pi over 3. Sine squared pi over 3. And we know pi over 3 in radians is the same as 60. in degrees, meaning that our triangle we used in the previous example works perfectly. So we don't have to draw it again. We just get to know that this one is 60 degrees, and since we're dealing with sine, it is opposite over hypotenuse. So our opposite is the square root of 3 and the hypotenuse is 2. So we shall be having sine squared is the same as sine pi over 3 times sine pi over 3. So this one is the square root of 3 over 2 times the square root of 3 over 2. So we multiply the square root of 3 times square root of 3, which gives us 3 over 2 times 2, which is 4. So that one becomes our answer. Thank you.